Hello everybody and welcome to Prairie Talk with Blades and Mayo. He's Shane Blades and I'm Craig Mayo. That's right, we got a special guest on the show today.
People, Laura is in the house.
That's right, we said it. Laura, yeah, I know you had to wait through that opening for a minute. You're all full of anticipation.
Jazzed up.
Yeah. Oh, that was probably the longest opening you ever watched of our show there.
Could it be the Melissa Gilbert version of Laura?
Mm.
Or could it be something else? I guess we'll never find out.
Oh, maybe. Well, maybe we will find out in about 15 seconds here.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. I'm getting geared up. How about you?
I am.
Prairie Talk TV at AOL.com.
That's right, and you know we have our special guest Laura here today. So please let's welcome Laura. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Great to be on the show.
Oh, thank you for coming. It's a pleasure and an honor at that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love your shows. It's my favorite show.
Get out of here.
I mean, besides Little House, of course.
Sure, of course.
Well, I can see you're a big Little House fan. We got your email, and we're just spouting off about everything you're doing in your community.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is really important, what I'm doing in the community, because I don't feel that there are enough LHOP activists out there. And what's really important to me is to bring the message of LHOP, the books, the show, the everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go through the community and I lobby to bring Little House back in every way, from the fashion, which I believe honestly should become part of like the fashion runways in Milan. You can incorporate it with contemporary fashion, like, you know, these shoes. I'm really fashion conscious.
Yeah.
And these are really hip,
Wow.
Yeah.
very hip, very hot shoes of today.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
the bonnet, you know, which, you know, obviously is a little...
It's kind of like a travel through time kind of
It
thing.
really
you know?
is. And you know, they combine the 70s and the 80s now, you know, 1970s and 80s, and you can go all the way back to 1800s
Exactly.
and bring in fashion pieces. And, you know, maybe not everybody is that forward thinking in a way, or backward thinking, but in a positive way.
Right,
You know?
right.
Wow.
Well, you look really good. You look
Thank
smoking,
you.
if you don't mind the word
Thank
there.
you.
Because we do love the Little House look.
I'll tell you what, that little bonnet right there makes me think of a little girl named Laura, which just happens to
Be
be
your name.
You know, it's very fun.
It's so ironic your name is Laura, and she's
Well,
Laura.
Actually, I wasn't born with the name Laura.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah, but I mean, I embody the name Laura. Is
Right.
what I do. I was born with the Wilda was my name.
Excuse me, what?
What?
Wilda? Wilda.
Your name was Wilda.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But-
Wow, that's quite a name,
but I
because I've
have-
never heard of anybody be called Wilda before.
I don't.
Right.
Sometimes it's very painful for me because sometimes it makes me think my parents didn't really love me very much.
Probably didn't, not with that name.
So, when I was a young child, I had the good fortune to have an aunt who I know loved me because she gave me the Little House on the Prairie.
Oh,
collection.
wow.
God, get up.
I mean, this is the complete collection right here.
That is
Oh my
awesome.
You know, it opens up at 60, you know, years ago, because when she's writing it, it's
Sure.
the 1930s.
Wow.
Sure.
And really, when I first read these, they became my life.
Really?
They did.
Hey, could I borrow those so I can read them again?
I really can't do that.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. They don't really leave my home. I mean, for the special occasion
Yeah.
I brought them here, you can look at them.
Okay,
but,
sure.
you know, I don't really want to.
So those books changed your life then?
They
I guess you were having a hard time during your childhood. When you come home, you start reading them bad boys, and what happened?
Well, first of all, I realized that Laura was who I wanted to be.
Sure.
And that's why when I became an adult, my parents wouldn't agree to the name change before I turned 18, because obviously they didn't. I don't want really.
Well,
want to
parents
go
are,
there,
yeah, well, they're proud of the name they give their child, so if their child changes, I could see, yeah.
They didn't really know my essence,
Yeah.
I guess, if they thought that was me. So, so I chose Laura. I mean, Laura chose me, really, in a way.
Oh,
Yeah.
because-
Boy, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Wow.
That is.
So, and it changed my life when I changed my name, because even though I had loved Little House through my childhood, when I had that name, I had more confidence. I mean,
Right.
that's one of the reasons why I think I'm able to be an LHOP activist, because I have this confidence of being Laura. And when I go into the community with my flyers and I announce the latest meeting that we're having, the latest political action that we're involved in to bring some small part of Little House back, the moral compass that Little House can provide for the
Right.
world, I know I can do it because I'm Laura.
Yeah, you can
So-
with that name.
What about I mean, I know it airs once here, but are you trying to get it on TV more, or is that kind of a crusade too, or are you happy with it just on once a day locally, and you know, on TBS there too?
I'm not really going to be totally happy until there is an all Little House all the time channel.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Because what happens if you need a little boost, a little Little House at some point in the day, in the middle of the night?
And it's a hard job to get all the videotapes and
Right.
videotape it.
I think that can be really hard. Some people don't even own a VCR.
I know.
Yeah.
In poor neighborhoods,
Homeless.
they're going to be deprived of that chance, you know, if it was on
Yeah.
the television, you know. And in fact, I don't think it should be a cable channel that you pay for. It should be free for everybody.
Yeah.
Because if you have to pay for it, then you would have to have money, I guess.
Almost
And
like-
so, yeah.
Almost like a fifth network or something, you know.
Yes.
The Little
Yeah.
House Network.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, really, I'm doing this for the future, because if that can be the world we live in one day.
I was telling Craig earlier on, you know, back when I was doing a lot of drugs and drinking and having sex with prostitutes, man, I got in some really
Wow.
dark, deep times. And one day I just happened to flip on the old telly. And,
I remember
there's
this. Yeah.
Laura Ingalls running through the Walnut Grove with a little bonnet on her head, little school books in her hand, and I'll tell you what, that bring a tear to my eye.
I know.
Really?
And ever since then,
And-
I've just been the picture.
And the Albert episode too. We saw the Albert episode, and it was like, I can't become like that.
Yeah, she was on morphine.
Yeah.
Albert got hooked on
Yeah.
morphine. And I'm like, you know what? I am not like
Yeah,
that.
you don't want to go down.
I'm better than that.
Because they teach you that lesson.
Yeah. No.
They teach you that lesson. They show you there is a dark side, but you need to go the Little House way. And
Wow.
that's a brighter way.
That's
I think
right.
that, yeah, that's
you
a
don't
really,
think you know.
I
and
do
we
know.
all know.
I do know.
Yeah.
We could be like, all of us could, you know, think like us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The world
This
be-
is so, I mean, I can't even tell. It's so exciting. You know, sometimes working in the neighborhood, it can be discouraging because maybe not as many people come to the meetings as I might hope for, or not everybody seems to share my vast enthusiasm for Little House, and I just feel bad for
well,
them.
you brought us a tape of
I did bring
yeah.
a tape. I did.
Yeah, of one of your
Yeah.
benefits of
My
going
meeting.
around. Yeah.
Yes.
What a
it's-
treat.
Well,
It's
let's
really great.
well let's show that to everybody.
Okay. Great.
Everybody out there, here is Laura doing one of her little promotional neighborhood meetings. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Great.
Wow. That was
Boy.
you go to a lot of effort there. That
I do. I mean, I prepare everything. I make it myself, the food and the things like that. And then I also, it's just important to me in some ways. Little House to me is a little bit like the Bible because
Yeah.
there's so much wisdom in the books, in the show.
186 points of wisdom, if I may add.
That's true.
186
Yeah,
shows,
That's
you know.
so true. That is so true.
And I would say even more because there's so much in each episode.
There really is. And so I can pull out the book and almost any page I can find a bit of wisdom. That I think is just as deep and meaningful as you might find in the Christian Bible.
Yeah.
I know that's a little sacrilegious, but I'm sorry. This has everything.
Look what them books did to you. And
I
look at the
know.
way you turned out today.
I know.
You're just like a bright light shining off you that just tickles me to death. You know what I mean?
you.
You just don't see it that often.
Thank you. You
welcome.
guys. This is, and I would like to tell one story.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, one thing I did was that for a long time in my childhood, I saved my money and I saved my money and I saved my money because I wanted to go where they have the little house originally.
Oh,
yeah, in the woods in Wisconsin.
Right.
And you know, I saved every penny, and I had a piggy bank. It was in the shape of a house.
Yes,
a little
yes,
house.
yes.
And so, well, I didn't save enough money when I was a child. It was really hard for me.
Right.
But then I got to be an adult.
It was
and
hard for all of us as little kids
Her name
saving.
was Wilda, so yeah.
That was really hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry to bring.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I
Sorry.
didn't mean to.
It's okay. I know. I know.
Laura.
It
Laura. There
you.
you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay. God, I mean, it just makes you feel joyful to be called by my name, the right name. You know, it's like, I mean, my name.
When people call me Craig, I just love it. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Shane's the same way.
Yeah.
You guys do look like Craig and Shane.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. We get that all the time.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
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 So when I was an adult, I was able to save some money, and I went to, Wisconsin.
Yes.
And I mean, I hiked through the woods for 3 days and 3 nights. And I camped. I brought survival equipment and first aid kits. I was bitten numerous times by mosquitoes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm allergic. I got some swelling, on the different bites.
Well, did you get to see where?
Yeah, I made it there. I did. I'm
okay,
sorry.
all right.
And there was, almost a light that shone on that spot, really, actually, because I'd done some calculating and some figuring, and I found out the exact spot, and it was holy ground.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
That was a beautiful story. I mean,
it was holy ground, and I brought this wrong.
oh.
This was at the site. This is a
May I?
yeah.
May
Yeah. I take this everywhere with me because
Wait just 1 second, Craig.
Okay. All right.
it has an energy to it that it's like funneling through it of the whole Ingalls Wilder family, really.
Touch. Be careful with it.
Thank
Be careful
you.
with it. Be careful.
Oh. It's so warm.
Well, I
Yeah.
hold that all the time.
Oh, that's why it's so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like it's kind of
And I've
slippery.
worn it smooth. It wasn't that smooth when I found it, but I just hold it all the time, and so.
It is pretty smooth. It's almost like a marble stone, and I was like, "This is like you." This was in back there, back east, and it's like, wow, that's pretty smooth.
I tell you what, I feel cleansed as a
Yeah.
human being after touching that piece of magic, if I may so say.
Well, thank you so much for
You're welcome.
sharing that with us.
No
That was
problem.
amazing.
From one magical moment to another.
Well, we got a magical moment for you now because.
What is it?
Well, it's a little segment we like to call Welcome Melissa Gilbert. That's right, everybody. This is a segment where we invite Melissa Gilbert out to the stages here.
And let her show her presence. I think Melissa will be here today because she has got to be honored to have a woman like Laura sitting in the seat.
Yeah, exactly. I hope Melissa, the little Laura, the big Laura, gets to meet Laura.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow. It's kind of.
I know.
Yeah.
Calm down. It's about to happen.
So you ready?
I'm on television. And
Yeah.
I just feel kind of.
She's going to come right out of that door. Yes.
Oh my God.
So-
I didn't even know that. Oh.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to tell you because we wanted to surprise you. You know.
Good surprise. Is my bonnet straight?
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, so it's great. So please, everybody, let's welcome Melissa Gilbert.
Where is she? Is she coming?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's
coming.
she's coming because we told her we're taping and to come on down and be part of the show.
Oh, okay.
And we just pop a chair right in.
Oh, here you are.
Happiness. Things are good. Things are going to be okay. She will come someday.
Melissa, we got a rock of the home, the real home.
Not even the rock is helping right now, okay?
That's kind of disappointing.
Show after show, year after year, this happens to us, Craig. And there comes a point in time where you start taking things a tad personally. And I think that time has come.
I thought Melissa Gilbert was going to come.
It's like this constant fight we have to get her on the show, and she just
She's just not up to par.
We're
I don't know
losing.
What we're gonna
Maybe
do.
I need to have like a community activist meeting and we can write letters to her.
Maybe if you could like.
Maybe she doesn't really know about how special this show is.
How could you not know? It's on public access.
I know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, maybe you could. Maybe we could put you. We could hire you for Prairie Talk and send you over there with flyers or something to her house.
Oh,
and
I would love.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you do that?
Oh,
Would
yes. Oh yes.
flyers in her mailbox in her
yeah.
car.
Oh, and I have some special tricks of the trade from being an LHUP activist that I know would work really well with her.
Cut some bushes. Says do Prairie Talk.
Yeah. And sometimes we just build like a little log cabin, but like a mini one, and just put it on people's, porches as a gift, really.
Wow. That's kind of scary, actually, but it's a good idea.
Well, it's just that it makes you realize the home you live in now is nothing.
Right.
Because people used to build homes out of logs and trees, and now it's all this artificial, whatever they make houses out of now,
stuff,
plastic or
just crap.
Yeah, and it doesn't look pretty, and it doesn't make you feel good inside anymore, I don't think. And in fact, I want to show you this. When I was in Wisconsin, I took a picture of this home, and it's not the same as the Little House home. But it's
wow,
really beautiful, and it is made out of logs, real logs.
If you wouldn't have said anything different, I would have thought it was an Ingalls household, minus the trees.
And this is the house I want to own one day.
Sure.
Yeah. No. I mean, I might see the tiles look a little modern. I don't like that at all. I would want to rip it off and just throw some logs on top.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Maybe these people are a little bit modern. They kind of like those modern amenities.
Yeah.
So
no, I don't like that. But I mean, the rest, it's a full stone. I'm sure they rolled them up from the lake nearby and just put them.
Looks
there.
like they got like some double pane windows right there. I'd rip those babies right out and put.
Out too,
I would just wouldn't have any windows. And let Mother Nature take its toll.
Well, you can have shutters because then you can shut them when the cold winter.
Exactly.
Because in Wisconsin there's a really bad winter.
Sure.
And I did grow up in California, but I have a feeling that I'd be really good in the wilderness in the dead of winter when it was piles of snow.
I can see that. Well, you marched as a little kid through the woods just to see.
Well,
I did.
If you've seen all the episodes, I think you would be ready, totally ready to.
And not only that, I did read the books, which do have some additional material that's not included, and it really helps you because they show you in a little bit more detail than the show is able to how you can prepare for the winter and store the food.
Wow.
So I would know from reading that how to go and butcher a pig and smoke the meat and and I bet this is a little tidbit you learned from reading the books. I'm sure you guys remember this, but one of the most exciting parts of the animal to have then afterwards is the bladder, because you can blow it up and you could tie like a little string to it and you could just
like a balloon
bat it back and forth. I mean,
that's not sanitary.
I mean, you wouldn't have to or anything.
No.
I'm just saying I learned that from the books. And the other thing is that the pigtails look really tasty.
Oh, really?
That's
you could fry it over like an open fire and.
Yeah, we try not to promote animal cruelty here on Prairie Talk.
Well, sometimes it's a necessity of living the pioneer life.
To keep, I guess to keep alive, you gotta
well, maybe back then, but do we have to do it now? I mean.
It is part of Little House. If you want to keep the spirit of it alive, you might have to go with that.
When you're right, you're right. I mean, I get out of my head sometimes, but you're right. You're right.
Thanks.
Wow. So tell us what else you do.
Well, my protests I schedule regularly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Protests. Holy moly.
That sounds bigger than the neighborhood.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
It is. I make my own banners and posters, and I go in front of the federal building quite frequently.
You brought us a tape of that too.
I did.
I haven't seen this one. Can we put it in right now and check it out?
I would love for you to, because I think we need more people in the cause out there marching with us.
True words have never been spoken. I can't wait to see this footage. I get a little bit jazzed.
Let's check it out. Wow. You know what?
God,
you really.
Thank you.
That was
job.
That was very admirable of you. But yeah, you're right. You do need to. You do need to get some more people out there.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. It is hard though to keep up your energy, but it's the confidence of the name Laura that keeps me going.
Yeah.
Like I said before. So
Yeah, if it was Wilda, you would have left maybe 15 minutes into it. But it was Laura. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm just saying that.
You would remember that my name is Laura.
No, it used to be Wilda. It's Laura now.
I'm sorry. Don't say that anymore. All I know is that you hold that sign of confidence. My name is Laura.
Right.
Yeah.
I do. Thank you.
Yes.
See, and even saying that name, it just
brings home. I see it in your eyes again.
See a little twinkle? Beam.
I got the sparkle.
Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you.
Guys, this is so special to be here.
It's special to have you here. What are you talking about? Oh my God! I think we need to give her one of those little free Prairie Talk cards where she can come on a show anytime she damn well pleases.
We'll have to make one up for you. But you know what? We got something else to give her.
That's right.
Oh, you ready for this one?
It's a little gift we like to give out to some of our most special guests. You may have seen it before on our TV show.
Oh no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
The Doc Baker plate. That's right, everybody. Hey, I'm showing the audience over there.
Well,
she just got excited.
Oh, you can show your. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that.
It's the Doc. Oh my God.
You know, we hope
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, it's a pleasure.
You let us hold the rock, and you've been such a wonderful guest today. That
sure.
And I was wondering if I could just close with sort of a motto that I have from one of the books.
Oh, we're closing the show now, I guess.
Please.
Okay. Well,
do we have enough time?
No, we got plenty of time.
Okay, good.
I just was
I
like,
closing the show.
I was just having so much fun today. It was like, wow, we're closing already?
I know, it kind of sucks because having a girl like her on, she's the one that does the hard work, Craig. I mean, me and you're like the Hollywood guys going out on the town and having good times, but she's the one out on the street, and we should give thanks to that.
You know, and I also just would like to thank, well, I guess I really shouldn't say the name on the air. I don't want to cause any legal issues for you, but I worked for a movie studio.
Yes.
And I had a very important job. I would drive the golf cart around sometimes and do some deliveries.
Right,
and I had a very serious accident in the golf cart, and I was run over by a bicyclist.
Holy
wow.
God.
And so that's one of the reasons I have so much time to dedicate to LHUB activism. And
you look good.
I do want to thank that movie studio, which I can't really thank by name, but because of disability and because of all of that, I am able to pursue these things
and further the
with such
LHOP.
vigor.
Yeah, you don't walk with a limp or anything. It's like you could.
It's an internal injury.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I don't see.
Yeah.
Well, would you like to thank, or I'd like to thank you for coming, but
Absolutely.
The book, you know, you're going to read us a little something.
It's hard to let go of the book. I mean, I might eat off this every night.
Rule number uno at Prairie Talk: you never eat off the Doc Baker plate.
No.
Huh?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That goes on a wall.
I just wanted to I thought if you were eating and then you cleared the plate and you ate your plate like you're supposed to, and you clear everything off.
Sure.
Then there he is, and it's sort of like, but I won't do that.
I guess everybody eats their Reese's Pieces their own way. Or the peanut butter cups. You could, I guess you can eat any way you want.
Because
I was thinking that I would maybe lick it clean at the end.
Hey.
And
wow.
Just
put a little smile on Doc's face at the end, huh?
Well, I didn't really mean that. I just meant I would make it so clean, with my own body.
Oh, okay. You're cleansed. Right. Well, that's a beautiful. Maybe. Now that she said it like that, hell, why not? Throw some baked beans on that bad boy. Just have it.
This part's a little serious though, because this really gets to the essence. This is the way that you can live your life according to the Little House
I can't
guidelines. Wash on Monday. Iron on Tuesday. Mend on Wednesday. Churn.
Oh, like butter.
On Thursday. That's the day to churn. I don't know if you were churning on a different day, but Thursday.
I was doing it on Tuesday, so I was not even doing it right.
I would think churning would be early in the week because it's so hard. By Thursday or Friday, you're like, maybe something a little lighter on Thursday.
I have to say, it really has worked for me to follow this schedule.
Really?
Well, Thursdays it is.
Okay.
It really is.
Clean on Friday.
Okay, that's because you got a party Friday night.
Yeah.
Well,
come on. It's Little House.
You guys party?
Not like in the party you might be thinking of. Sometimes we have little house get-togethers where we all dress up as our favorite characters.
I do that too.
Well, now that we know you should come over to our next one.
Oh,
absolutely.
That would be fantastic and special.
Yes,
it would be.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bake on Saturday.
Wow.
And in fact, I should invite you.
You know, we
guys
did
over
some
because
muffin
I make-
sketches, and we did that on Saturday. We
Really?
actually did one.
A girl named Vanessa did a muffin sketch with us, and
Oh,
she was a
that's
treat to have here.
great.
Yeah,
And she baked the muffins.
she had the best,
Muffins.
pair of muffins I've ever seen when she put them out on the
baked
tray.
them?
Yeah, it was great.
Great set of
They were,
muffins.
she
yeah.
made
Yeah.
them herself.
Yeah, she was telling us about.
Oh.
She spent like 4 months growing the blueberries, and like she cut the firewood herself, and
That's
like
what I want to do.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the eggs
in
for
my,
the muffins.
In my home, you know, my
Yeah.
picture of my home. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Good.
do that there.
Good.
Wow.
And the final one.
Okay, I'm listening.
This is a biggie. Drum roll, huh?
I have memorized this one. I didn't even have to read it.
Oh, God, you're good. I'm terrible at memorizing
Just
things.
putting
I can't do it.
away So that I can rest on Sunday.
Wow. You know what? That's a good day to put Prairie Talk on the old TV. You know.
Because you can rest while you watch it.
watch the old Prairie Talk on
Yeah.
Sunday morning or whatever.
Because you don't have to bake or churn or mend or any of those
Or
things.
clean for the bowl
Or
party.
clean.
Yeah.
All you have to do is maybe chill out to the next episode for our hip,
Yeah.
audience
Yeah.
members out there. So you know what
Wow.
we're talking about. That's great. That's good.
Wow. Well, it was such a pleasure having you on today, just to
I
catch you.
can't believe, is it really over?
It is. I think
Unfortunately,
so.
you're going to be back though, my friend.
Oh,
You will be back. I promise you that.
excited.
I have this feeling because you have such a great aura about and presence about
Thank
being
you.
at Little House and everything. So.
It is Little House, and one thing I hope you guys can do is just, I mean, I see your work here as activism because I think you're bringing the message to people that might not otherwise know
Right.
about Little
Well,
House.
thank you.
I mean, obviously they know about
Yeah.
Little House, but I mean, in depth the way they should. So.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we're doing our little part while
It is
the
important
little
work.
people like you are out there on the streets
Thank
really
you.
hitting the pavement. We appreciate
I'm
that.
an L-hop foot soldier.
Oh, good. Well, enjoy the play,
Thank you.
and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our show today.
Thank
That's
you,
right.
everybody.
And give us an email, prairietalktv@aol.com. Tell me what you thought about Laura, for crying out loud. She poured her heart out to us today, huh?
You
Sorry,
saw all the
buddy.
footage. She just doesn't come here. She's all over town
No,
making
I
sure
really-
people know about Little House.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
So thank you so much for tuning in, and check us again next week.
Until then,
Good times.
and good friends.